Today's practice, we won't necessarily be using props, but if you have anything lying around that you use to support the hips, for seated postures, you can go ahead and get those. It can be a cushion, a blanket, actual yoga blocks, or maybe some thick books. But we'll start seated, and as soon as you sit down, change the crossing of your legs. Invite in a little bit of non-habitual movement here. Cross the legs. And then close your eyes. Begin to breathe in and out through your nose. Breathe in and out through your nose in a relaxed manner, not trying to take forceful gulps of air in. But let the breath be natural, let the breath be conscious. Observe this natural process. The body expands, the belly expands away from the spine, the ribs expand to the right and to the left. You might feel a little bit taller. Observe the exhales. Feel these natural shifts, changes. As you exhale, maybe the shoulders drop down. Maybe the whole body feels a little bit heavier. Take a few aware breaths. Know that you have arrived on your mat, on your practice. Allow for this time to be for you. Allow for yourself to make any intentions for your practice today. Maybe it's to connect to your baby. Maybe it's to leave stress behind, to be present, to focus on your breath. Allow your intention for today's practice to be simple. My intention for the practice is to open up the torso, the chest, the shoulders, the neck, the wrists, this whole area to allow energy to flow more freely in the upper body. But you can make whatever intention for your practice you'd like. Take one more breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale, reach your arms up. And interlace your fingers and press your palms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bring the hands forward. Press your palms towards the front of the room and round through the upper back. And inhale, lift your hands back up towards the ceiling. Simultaneously press down through the tailbone. Exhale, round through the middle back, through the upper back. Chin can come towards the chest. Press your hands forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, do that one more time. Inhale, reach your arms up, extend long, and exhale, slowly bring your hands down. Fingertips come down to the mat. Press into the fingertips, and feel like through pressing into the fingertips, the tailbone, the hips, the pelvis get a little bit light. And then drop. And then do that again. Press into the fingertips. Feel length through the spine. And then drop. Right hand comes to the side. Left arm reaches up and over. Take a big, long, deep breath in. And then inhale, come up. Both arms up. Exhale, left hand down. Lean over to the side. Extra breath. Breathe into the side body. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Bring your hands down. Feel like there's space in the armpits, so pull up through the armpits and then push your tailbone back. Drop your head. Take a deep breath in and out. And using strength, inhale, come all the way up. Switch the crossing of your legs. Reach your arms up. Bring your right hand down, lean over to the side. Feel free to drop down through the right shoulder, space for the neck. Take a breath in through the ribs. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale over to the other side. Nice and free in the neck, spacious in the ribs. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Your hands can come pretty close to the legs, or if your belly isn't in the way, you can walk forward, pull up through your armpits, and kind of push your tailbone back. Drop your head and take a breath in and out. And with strength, inhale, come up, and come onto your hands into your knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Spread your thumb and your pinky far apart for a nice, wide, steady base. Shoulders stacked right over your wrists and hips right over the knees. And inhale, let your belly drop, let your tailbone lift, and lift through your chin. And exhale, round through the back. Activating your hands even more. Inhale, arch the back, feel like a smile through the spine. And exhale, rounding. Inhale. And exhale. Come to neutral, not arching or rounding the back. And then flip your hands over. And if this is a big stretch, stay here. If you'd like to add a little movement, begin cat and cow. Inhale. And exhale, stretching through the backs of the wrists. Take 2 more. Movement in the spine, connected breath and movement. Come to neutral and flip your hands back. Fingers face the knees. And you can stay right here. It's a big stretch in the forearms. Or you can start to cat and cow, taking 3 rounds here. Following your breath. Come to neutral. Walk your knees a little closer together. And if you'd like to get a bigger stretch through the wrists, you can lean back a little bit. Maybe lift the wrists and go deeper into the base of the fingers. Try and breathe deeply here. Ooh, go ahead and release. Move your hands and wrists organically. Tuck your toes under. And sit back onto your heels. Stretching out the bottoms of the feet. We'll stay here for a few rounds of breath. Extend your arms out to the sides. And if you can see yourself, make your arms parallel to the ground. Pull your ribs in, hug your baby in gently, and curl your fingers up towards the ceiling. Flex the wrists, activate your triceps, and drop your shoulders. And now bring your thumb over towards the pinky, wrap your fingers around the thumb, and then curl your wrists down. Do that 2 more times. Extend through the fingers, start to curl your fingers up, and try and flex the fingers back towards you. Activate your triceps and try and not squeeze the shoulders up. Keep them nice and soft. And then bring the thumb over towards the pinky, fingers come around, and curl the wrists down, the fist coming towards the forearm. And do that 1 more time. Curl the fingers up. Activate the arms, triceps, try and keep space in the neck. And then thumb over towards the pinky, fist, curl the hands down. Nice, go ahead and release. And release your hands and release your feet. You can tap the feet to give some sensation back into the feet. Spread your fingers. Arch your back and tuck your toes under. And as you exhale, lift your knees off the mat and press back towards downward facing dog. Depending on the size of your belly, you can walk your feet nice and wide. You can bend your knees too. This isn't about keeping arms and spine and legs straight. You can soften the knees and press your chest towards your legs, giving the spine and the shoulders a nice big stretch. Activate your hands. Pull up through your armpits. Feel long through the spine. Take a breath in. And exhale, bring your right foot forward. You can take behind the knee and bring the foot forward. Drop your left knee down. Come to a low lunge. Lift your arms up over your head and hold onto the left wrist. Pull the arm up and then gently lean over to the right side. Give a side body stretch, space in between your left rib, space in the left shoulder. Not rushing the sensation nor the breath. Find your own balance here. And as you breathe in, come back to center, release your hands, and bring your hands inside the right leg. And without tucking your toes under, keep the back foot as it is. Squeeze the leg and lift the knee off the mat. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, drop your knee, tuck your toes under, and step back into downward facing dog. Find space. Have your hands and feet an appropriate distance for you, where you feel centered, like you're sharing the weight forward and back, side to side, but you still feel like you're stretching long through the spine. Breathe in. As you exhale, bring the left foot forward. You can assist it by taking your hand behind the knee. Come into a low lunge. Reach your arms up. Hold onto the right wrist, extend up, and gently lean over to the side. Not only stretching through the right side, but be extending up. Feel space on the left side of your waist as well. Slowly come up to the center and bring your hands down inside the left foot. And then squeeze the right leg, press the top of your foot down, and lift the knee off the mat. The hands are actively pushing into the mat, so is the right foot. Breathing in deeply, and as you exhale, drop your knee down, tuck your toes under, and make your way back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop to your knees. Keep the hips over your knees and walk your hands forward. You're going to find your own perfect spot for here. We're going to walk the hands forward and alternatively stretch the shoulders and activate the shoulders. So hips over my knees. I'm going to slowly drop my forehead down. And then I'm going to push into my hands and hug up into my armpits and pull up. I'm going to do that a couple times. Alternatively, relaxing and stretching, and then activating and pushing up. Do that a couple times on your own. You can adjust the distance of your hands if you want more of a stretch, or if you're finding it difficult to push yourself off the mat. And then walk your hands back, and then sit onto your heels. Interlace your fingers behind the back and open your chest. Bring your hands over into the right hip, keeping them interlaced. And then drop your right ear towards the right shoulder. Open your mouth and softly close your mouth. And then maybe turn your nose a little bit more to the right. Bring your head up to center. And bring your hands behind the back and over into the other hip. The hands are interlaced, but the hands are resting in the left hip. Drop your left ear towards the left shoulder. Open your mouth. Gently close your mouth. And turn your nose a little bit towards the shoulder. Bring your head to center. Go ahead and release. Bring your hands to the mat. Turn your left foot out to the side and step your right foot back. Slowly float your right hand behind your head. You can stay here. You can extend it up towards the ceiling. Or you can extend your arm up and over the head. Feel space in the torso, in your armpit, extend through your fingers. And slowly release. And we'll come to the other side. From tabletop, hug your baby in, bring your right foot out to the side and step your left foot back. Bring your hand behind the head or up towards the ceiling. If it's up towards the ceiling, maybe explore the side body stretch. Extend your arm up and over your head. Slowly bring your hand down. Come to tabletop. And take one final downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Again, you never have to straighten the legs if you don't want to. They can be nice and wide for a wider base. Stretch to the shoulders, to the spine. Breathe deeply through your nose. Take 2 more breaths. On an exhale, slowly lower onto your knees. And we'll come to seated, so you can sit onto your floor or onto a chair. I have a yoga block, so I like to sit up onto those. Take your hands onto your belly, your baby. And begin to breathe. Keep your left hand on your belly and take your peace fingers to the center of your forehead, third eye. Take your thumb, close off the right nostril. Start to breathe only through the left nostril. Feel your belly expand under your hand on your inhales and feel the belly drop back slightly as you exhale. Take a few breaths here. Exploring how it feels to only breathe through one nostril. If you're feeling congested, don't completely plug up the right nostril. Breathe long, slow, and deep. Observing the left side of your body, how it feels to inhale and exhale in this way. The temperature of your breath. How are you feeling? What mood are you feeling? Take 2 more breaths. As you exhale, exhale fully and then close off the left nostril with your ring finger. Release the right thumb and begin to breathe only on the right side. Inhaling, exhaling. Notice how it feels to breathe on the right side. The quality and temperature of your breath. How the belly moves. Maybe a sense of calm. Take 2 more breaths. And after your final exhale, you can release both hands. Allow yourself to breathe normally through both nostrils. Stay here for a few moments. Today's practice has been really shoulder, fingers, wrists, ribs concentrated. So observe how those areas of your body feel. We free up congestion in the fingers, wrists, elbows, shoulders, neck. The energy from the heart moves more freely. So allow yourself here a few breaths. Connecting to your baby, connecting to this beautiful practice. Bring your hands to your heart. And honor your inner strength, your inner peace, inner fire. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.